we're in Holyoke, Massachusetts, on a full-length tour of Ray Street. And Ray Street stands for the tunnels that are below the mills. You see on your right-hand side, second level canal, which is the biggest canal. It's 3 miles long, whereas the other two are only 1 mile long. And there's mills on their banks. There's no mills on the other side of the bank, except they're on the other side of the street. So they don't take in water on those, but they take in water on the ones on the upper part of the second level canal. And those tunnels are called races, and they call this street Race Street. Now there was a lot here. We were slightly past a building that was called the Flatiron. The head of the place headquarters where the American Writing Paper Company was, which is a conglomerate of paper companies around the world. In the gap on the left-hand side, right beyond the fire hydrant, there was Holyoke's third post office, third central post office of 4. The fourth one has been for 90 years up on Dwight Street, but there was a small one here. It was a nice look to it. And it only existed for about 25 years. And the second post office of Holyoke is right in front of it. So the middle third of the big building you're looking on the left was called the Hotel Holyoke, Hotel Hamilton, but it was also the middle section, first, second, and third floor was the post office, the main post office. Right, so this is a very busy place because a lot happened here. Okay, on the left-hand side, we're going past the Parsons, and the Parsons was thought to be the original town hall of Holyoke. And when it became a city hall, it got its own building, of course. But you can see the bright red door called the Parsons Hall. That's the only original part of the building. All else was built afterwards. It used to be a 3-story building there. Everything except that stairwell area is not original. Now, you still have buildings that function as mills here, and they came after electricity was coming to Holyoke on a citywide basis, including the Gateway City Arts, which we see up there, and it's been around now for 11 years, has a social function hall, an arts place, so forth. And the building just short of it, the Dunphy Art Studio, is also an arts gallery and residential location. And so this has changed from paper mill places and paper supply places to arts and social function. Again, on the right-hand side, you still have the mills and the second level canal, but you have something else. You have a pedestrian walkway. There have been 2 styles or put-ins of the Holyoke Canal pedestrian walkway. There's one right there, put in with brick about 8 years ago. And it's very beautiful. You can see it. It goes from one city block. And we're passing by the Armor business, which is being fixed up to be a pizza joint. Now on the right hand side you have pedestrian bridge for the Holyoke Canal walkway, and that pedestrian bridge is a former railroad bridge, a spike right into the mills that are up there, the Warregan, the Massasoit, and the Baby Holbrook. And that bridge was converted over nicely. It cost a lot of money to do it, but it's a beautiful walkway now. Also on the right hand side you have a view of some of the tunnels coming out of Merrick number 3. There was a Merrick 2 there that's converted to a parking lot. And on the left hand side you have the Cubit and the Cubit grounds short of it, where they have nice social function events in the middle of summer. All right, there's a long important street, so we'll try to cover as much as possible. Okay, from here you get a great view of the canal. We're about the middle of Race Street now. You can see the modern Massachusetts High Performance Computer Center, and it has in front of it a turbine area. In the distance are more mills, right? And then on your left-hand side, you have a building that houses a school called Lighthouse Holyoke, which is my charity for this year of 2024. It's called the Steam Building. It used to be a radiator building, Holyoke Radiator, where they sell the radiators of Holyoke. On the left-hand side, we're passing by the Grace Church, the Episcopal Church. On the right-hand side, you get a great view of the canal's turbines. You see some of the turbines must be active because water coming out of it. And in the distance, you see Holyoke test flow. It's now an energy center. They develop energy in this location, and there's also a bridge over there. I hope they convert also to a pedestrian bridge. And then on the left-hand side, you have the Holyoke Boys Club. It's not there anymore, but it says on top, Holyoke Boys Club, 1917. And so when boys clubs around America started up, Holyoke was like the 5th one to ever start up. That's incredible. Okay, now what we're going to do is go to the rest of the street. Race Street used to go straight through. It was blocked off about 100 years ago to put more mills in. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to South Race Street. And when there, you're going to see a lot more. It's lack of institutions and lack of residences, but very important for the canal system itself. And you can see in the distance that there's a fence there. Beyond that is a big spike that feeds into the 3rd level canal. And if you actually walk along there and look into the tunnels or races, you can see how sophisticated they are. Water is coming from the 2nd level canal into here. It's feeding into the 3rd level canal. And it's not even a true juncture point of those two canals. It's a place where the Merrick number 1 and 4 could get water. The Merrick 1 was enormous, so it needed lots of water power. So it needed big tunnels, and right below us right now is a big tunnel, probably the biggest tunnel in Holyoke that fed water from the 2nd level canal into the 3rd through the Merrick. All right, now what we see on South Race Street is on the right-hand side is the 2nd level canal, but on the left-hand side you see a red big building. That's a power station on the canal, where they got power from the 2nd level canal as it fed into the 3rd level canal. And they still get electrical energy from there. It's one of many turbines that generates electricity on the canal system. right? So it went from very hydromechanical to very hydroelectric. On the right-hand side is a gatehouse, and that allows the water to flow, have an overflow from the second level canal into the third level canal. The third level canal is to our sharp left-hand side. In that location, it's the end of the canal system of Holyoke. It travels about a mile from there, through a few mills, and then out into the Connecticut River. So that's Ray Street in Holyoke. I thank you for coming on this long tour.